Good day and welcome to Midday News on Ospoly TV. My name is Bola Mbegide and here with me
Oluwatimilejojai. First, the headlines. Osho State Polytechnic suspends student election over security fears. Osho State Polytechnic students decry inadequate campus shuttle. Celebration of FYB week in Osho State Polytechnic.
Now, the news in full. In Osho State, the management of Osho State Polytechnic area has suspended the student union election initially scheduled for Friday, September 6, 2024. The decision followed a petition against one of the candidates and rising security concern over potential violence. The Independent Student Electoral Commission has expressed its dissatisfaction with the school management decision, criticizing them for taking control of the election process without prior consultation. ISEC argues that this undermines the integrity and democratic nature of the election. In a memo issued on the same day, the school management announced that the election has been postponed until further notice. They assure students that the petition is being reviewed to ensure a fair and transparent process moving forward. Despite the active participation of candidates and a series of campaign efforts towards the election, the suspension has left both aspirants and students disappointed. Many candidates had already laid out detailed manifestos, engaging with the student body in debate and rallies. The sorting out, however, has thrown the election process into uncertainty.
Students of Osho State Polytechnic area have decried the inadequate campus shuttle on campus. The students of the institution narrated their ordeal to campus journalists today during an interview section. According to the students, only 4 campus shuttles are known to be running in the school, with their numbers written on them, despite the large population of the students in the institution. According to Anolu Akpo, a student of mass communication, it revealed that the shuttles are limited and they cannot amount or level with the number of students, and it's possible they might not circulate around the campus. In furtherance, it made it known that it is difficult for students whose department or class are far from the campus school gate to get to their destination, stating that it's always hard to find a shuttle as a means of transportation to cover the long distance since there are only 4 available shuttles. In the same vein, the students stated varieties of opinions which they believe would solve the transportation problem on campus. Some of the students opined that private commercial vehicles and bikes should be allowed to walk on campus by giving them a special identification number and uniform. The students of Osho State Polytechnic Iwe hereby plead with the school management to work on the inadequacy of shuttles on campus so as to make it convenient for students to get to their far destination within the campus with ease, as it is adding to the hardship of the students on campus.
The final year Brethren students of Osho State Polytechnic Iwe celebrate the final year Brethren week, which was scheduled on 9th to 13th of September 2024 in a grand style. Due to the suspension of the student union election, yet the students came out to celebrate the week in a grand style and did not allow that reign of the week. The final year Brethren week, FYB week, is a week set aside for the final year students towards the end of the second semester to commemorate the student activities so far on campus and also acknowledge their presence, significance, and experience in the institution they belong respectively. It was another season of joy and happiness for the finalists in Ospoly. Our correspondent Elijah Adibowale reports.
The final year students of the Osho State Polytechnic area celebrate their final year Brethren week, which was scheduled on the 9th to 13th of September 2024 in a grand style. Irrespective of some disruption coming in the way of the FYB week due to the suspension of the student union election, yet the students came out to celebrate the week in a grand style and did not allow that run up the week. The final year Brethren week, FYB week, is a week set aside for the final year students towards the end of the second semester to commemorate the student activities so far on campus and also celebrate and acknowledge their presence, significance, and experience in the institutions they belong to respectively. It was another season of joy and happiness for the finalists in Ospoly. Our correspondent, Elijah Adibowale reports. The FYB week, which started on Monday as corporate day, Tuesday denim day / costume day, Wednesday as back to school day, Thursday as Jersey day, and Friday ended with the cultural day for each of the 5 days respectively. The extracurricular activity, FYB week, which is usually in the last week of lectures, was fully engaging as students from different departments were seen at the common spots of campus, motion ground, taking pictures and creating memories. Olaguju Kafilat, a finalist in the Department of Mass Communication, expressed her utmost joy in the activities. She said that FYB week brought back the realization that they were graduating and leaving school, as it doesn't feel like it during the past week of lectures so far. I am Elijah Adebowale.
Osun State has been rocked by a devastating accident involving gas tanker and a commercial bus. The fatal crash occurred on Thursday along the Ife-Ibadan Expressway, resulting in the loss of lives and leaving many commuters trapped in the wreckage. According to Ibrahim Adekunle, spokesman for the Osun State Fire Service, the deceased include males and females and a toddler. This tragic update follows initial reports indicating that people were aboard the bus at the time of the accident. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps responded swiftly to the scene. Kehinde Adeleke, the agency spokesman, provided details on the intense rescue efforts undertaken to free the trapped passengers. The severity of the incident underscored the critical role of emergency services in such situations. Authorities are actively investigating the cause of the crash. Our deepest condolences go out to the families affected of this tragic event.
In Borno State, youth enthusiast and son of Nigeria's president, Seyi Tinubu has expressed his heartfelt sympathies to the people of Maduguri following the devastating flood that recently swept through the state capital. The flood, which occurred last Friday, caused significant damage to homes, infrastructure, and displaced many residents. Mr. Tinubu, accompanied by his brother, friends, and close associates, visited the affected areas and made a generous donation worth over 500 million naira on behalf of his friends and associates. The donation is aimed at providing immediate relief to those affected by the disaster, with particularly attention to the young people whose lives has been disrupted by the floods. Known for his philanthropic activities, especially in support of the youth, Seyi Tinubu emphasized that this visit was just the first step in a series of actions intended to help those affected. He noted that more contribution and support will be directed towards alleviating the challenges currently faced by the flood victims, especially the young generation, as they work to rebuild their lives. During his visit, Mr. Tinubu also met with community leaders to discuss long-term solutions to prevent such disaster in the future and to improve the living condition of the residents in the affected areas. The flood victims were deeply appreciative of the assistance and the attention given to their plight. Relief efforts are expected to continue in the coming days as the state and federal government, alongside private donors, collaborate to restore normalcy in Maduguri. Stay tuned for more updates as this story unfolds.
Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has announced the launch of an additional 200 million naira fund to support small and medium enterprises in the state. The announcement was made during an event at the Staff Development Center in Abere, Osogbo, where the governor highlighted the essential role of SMEs in driving economic growth and development. Our correspondent, Boyosore Onifade, reports.
Represented by his deputy, Governor Adeleke stated that over 3,000 small and medium enterprises will benefit from his additional funding aimed at supporting business growth across Osun State. He described small-scale businesses as the backbone of the state's economy, contributing to job creation, innovation, and sustainable livelihood. Commissioner for Cooperative and Empowerment, Bayo Ogun Take one. Commissioner for Cooperative and Empowerment, Bayo Ogungbangbe further explained that the program is designed to reduce poverty levels and create wealth within the state by empowering local entrepreneurs. Beneficiaries of the initiative praised the governor's commitment to supporting SMEs, expressing gratitude for the new fund. In his remarks, Governor Adeleke assured attendees that efforts to stimulate the economy of Osun State are fully underway, with more programs to support business development in the pipeline. The initiative is expected to provide a significant boost to the state's economic landscape. I am Moyosore Onifade.
In Maduguri, Borno State, devastating flood have displaced more than 300,000 people and damaged thousands of buildings, affecting close to 1 million residents. According to government figures, a lot of people have lost their lives as a result of the disaster, making it the worst flood the region has experienced in 30 years. The deluge, which began early last week, was triggered by weeks of heavy rainfall that caused the collapse of the Alau Dam, located just a few kilometers outside Maduguri. This marks the third time the dam has collapsed since 1994. Northeast Nigeria, typically a region that sees less rainfall than other parts of the country during the July to September rainy season, has been particularly hard hit this year. Experts have linked the unusual high levels of rainfall to climate change, which has caused several flooding across West and Central Africa, affecting over 4 million people from Liberia to Chad. The situation in Maduguri is a stark reminder of the growing impact of climate change on vulnerable communities. As the flood waters recede, the focus now shifts to relief effort and rebuilding. The government, along with international aid organizations, is working tirelessly to provide shelter, food, and medical care to those affected, with many displaced families taking refuge in makeshift camps. Urgent attention is needed to prevent further humanitarian crises. Authorities continue to monitor the weather closely, while calls for more sustainable infrastructure and better flood prevention measures are growing louder.
In Edo State, the Nigeria Police Force has announced the arrest of 2 political thugs during an overnight raid aimed at preventing electoral violence. The operation, which took place across several locations, was confirmed by the Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olamuyiwa Adejobi in a statement posted on his formerly Twitter handle earlier today. The suspects, identified as Edwin Obano, 43 years old, and Audu Tajuddin, 41 years old, were apprehended in separate incidents. According to ACP Adejobi, Obano, who is believed to be the leader of an armed group, was arrested around 9 p.m. at Oredo, Ward 4, while Tajuddin, a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) from Ugbogbo quarters, Igara Akoko, was arrested in the Igara Akoko area. In a statement, Adejobi described the arrest as a significant breakthrough in the police effort to curb electoral violence. He reiterated the police force commitment to maintaining peace and order during the upcoming governorship election in Edo State, assuring the public that all security measures are in place to prevent any form of violence or disruption during the election period. ACP Adejobi also stressed that the Nigeria Police Force, in collaboration with other security agencies, will not tolerate many acts of violence or disorderliness throughout the electoral process. Both suspects remain in police custody and are expected to be prosecuted in accordance with the law. As preparation for the governorship election intensify, the police have urged the public to cooperate with law enforcement agencies and report any suspicious activities.
A young man, identified as Tramanian on social media, has made a public appeal on financial assistance after being involved in several accidents during an illegal drag race at Eko Atlantic City, Lagos. The incident, which took place last Saturday, resulted in extensive damage to 2 luxurious vehicles, 2022 Corvette Stingray and a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee, both of which were reportedly rated for the race. The high-speed drag race turned into disastrous when one of the vehicles lost control, colliding with the other and subsequently crashing into a concrete pole. Although no fatalities were recorded, several injuries were sustained, and the combined damage are estimated to be over 400 million naira. The crash left both vehicles completely wrecked. Tramania, who was driving one of the vehicles involved, took to Instagram to recount the terrifying experience. In his post, he said he watched his life flash before his eyes. Over 400 million naira in damages, Convey Stingray 2022 gun, Jeep Grand Cherokee 2015 gun, property damage. He is now seeking financial support from the public to cover his medical expenses and the significant damage caused arising from the accident. The accident has sparked widespread criticism on social media, with the many condemning the recklessness on illegal street racing. Authorities are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding the incident, and further action may be taken against those involved.
A coalition of civil society organizations, the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Group, has raised concern over voters' inducements during the September 21st governorship election in Edo State. The group, in a statement released on Saturday, reported widespread instances of vote buying across various polling units, despite the heavy presence of security personnel. According to the Situation Room, the price of votes ranged from 5,000 naira to 10,000 naira per voter, with reporters from multiple locations, including polling units 8 and 9 in Ward 2, Owo East Local Government Area, and polling unit 2 in Ward 2, SRK West Local Government. The group also reported that voters in some areas were offered food items such as bread as an incentive to sell their votes. The statement co-signed by Yunusa Mimido Apacha and Franklin Oloniju highlighted the arrest of 2 individuals allegedly involved in vote trading at George Ida Primary School, Ward 2, Oredo Local Government Area. Despite the concerning reports of voters' inducement, the Situation Room commended the peaceful conduct of voters and urged them to remain calm as the election process continues, including Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, Clean Foundation, and Yaga Africa, among others. As the situation develops, the coalition calls for further vigilance to protect the integrity of the electoral process.
Now to entertainment news. Famous American singer and music mogul Sean Combs, professionally known as Diddy, has been arrested in New York. The arrest took place on Monday night at a Manhattan hotel following a grand jury indictment. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, has criticized the United Anthony office, calling the prosecution unjust. Agnifilo emphasized that Diddy had voluntarily traveled to New York a week ago, fully anticipating the charges. Our correspondent, Moyosoro Onifade, reports.
Represented by his deputy, Governor Adeleke stated that over 3,000 small and medium enterprises will benefit from his additional funding aimed at supporting business growth across Osun State. He described small-scale businesses as the backbone of the state's economy, contributing to job creation, innovation, and sustainable livelihood. Commissioner for Cooperative and Empowerment, Bayo Commissioner for Cooperative and Empowerment, Bayo Ogungbangbe further explained that the program is designed to reduce poverty levels and create wealth within the state by empowering local entrepreneurs. Beneficiaries of the initiative praised the governor commitment to supporting SMEs, expressing gratitude for the new fund. In his remarks, Governor Adeleke assured attendees that efforts to stimulate the economy of Osun State are fully underway, with more programs to support business development in the pipeline. The initiative is expected to provide a significant boost to the state's economic landscape. I am Moyosoro Onifade.
Nigerian music sensation Ospoly brought his father on stage during his album listening party on Wednesday, September 18, 2024. The singer prostrated before his father, embracing him in a tender moment that left the audience in awe. The emotional gesture stole the spotlight at the launch of Ospoly's debut album, Ospoly from Africa. Also, his father's presence at word added to the evening's significance as he expressed pride and gratitude, describing the attendants as wonderful people. Also, he shared fond memories of Ospoly's connection to Eyo Masquerade 15 years ago. Additionally, Ospoly's father's appearance on stage at the album listening party was proof of the singer's strong family bonds and appreciation for his roots. The moment resonated deeply with fans and showed the importance of family in Ospoly's life and career. Meanwhile, earlier in the evening, Ospoly shared his personal story of overcoming challenges. This includes dropping out of Lagos State University (LASU) due to safety concerns and subsequently pursuing his music career.
Now to business news. Dangote refinery set to revolutionize Nigeria energy sector. In a significant development for Nigeria energy sector, Nigeria billionaire Alhaji Aliko Dangote has unveiled the transformative potential of his refinery petroleum products. During a recent announcement at the Dante Refinery in Lagos, Dangote outlined how the new products are poised to address long-standing issues in the country's energy landscape. Dangote highlighted that the refinery's introduction of new petrol will effectively eliminate fuel shortage, a problem that has been plagued Nigeria for decades. He emphasized that the refinery's ability to ensure a consistent supply of fuel met actual demand and eliminate paper-based transactions will bring substantial benefits. Furthermore, he forecasted that his advancement would contribute to the stabilization of Naira, fostering economic growth and prosperity. The refinery Euro 5 diesel, noted for its significantly lower sulfur content, was also showcased. The diesel is expected to enhance engine longevity and reduce environmental pollution, making a major step forward for Nigeria's environmental and public health. Fatima Dangote, Group Executive Director at Dangote Industry, expressed her enthusiasm about the refinery's anticipated impact. She described the development as a landmark achievement for both the company and the nation, projecting a brighter energy future for Nigeria. Now to sport news. On September 3rd, 2024, Galatasaray fans gathered in droves at Istanbul Airport to warmly welcome Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen. The Nigeria forward is set to join the Turkish club on loan from Napoli, a move that has sent waves of excitement through the football community. The transfer details has been confirmed, with all documentation finalized. Osimhen will remain with Galatasaray until June 2025, and Napoli has included a £75 million release cost in the agreement, along with an option to extend his contract on 2027. The known deal sees Osimhen's salary covered by Galatasaray estimated between £9 to £10 million. Fans are hopeful that Osimhen's addition will bolster Galatasaray attack and enhance their chance for success in both domestic leagues and in European competitions.
This ends media news on Ospoly TV, and once again, here are the headlines. Osun State Polytechnic suspends student election over security fears. Osun State Polytechnic students decry inadequate campus shuttle. Celebration of FYB week in Osun State Polytechnic. Good day and thanks for listening. My name is Oluwatimileyin Durojaye, and everything is.
My name is Bola Ambedito.